Hello, lovelies. It's Chi here from Golden Thread Tarot. How are you doing today? I hope that you are having a great day today, like me. I am here to bring you another channel message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance. You guys, I've had such a good day today. I've just spent the whole day today outside, just absorbing the sun and taking notes and reading and spending time with my animals and grounding and connecting, and it's been so nice. It's been so lovely. Got some sun. I even got a little bit of a suntan. You probably can't see it, but my skin absorbs the sun like so quickly, and I will catch a tan like that. I can spend like 20 minutes outside, and my skin is like, time to get brown. Yes. So I don't know about you guys, but I am so enjoying, getting rooted, being grounded, being outside in the lusciousness. Yes. I am so enjoying the fact that the sun is not setting at 5 o'clock anymore. It's so nice. Look outside in the lusciousness, getting those light codes and downloads. I was definitely receiving a lot of those. That was brilliant. I had a really great time outside today. So I hope you guys are really connecting with your heart spaces. I definitely was. Definitely, I see that, right? And also, yes, spring. Look, see your seeds grow with that spring, right? That Empress, my lush card coming out over and over again, right? Beautiful. Making plans, yeah, setting things up, right? That Shield Maiden, right? Making plans and focus, yeah. Okay, so I was getting a really clear message today as I sat down to record this that you are receiving clarity in a situation, about a past situation, specifically for a lot of you, past relationships or past karmic relationships with family members or just in general, right? Understanding a little bit more, getting the answers that you seek is what I was really hearing. Getting the answers that you seek. I actually don't have any tarot cards. It's all just oracle cards, and almost all of them are my personal decks out here, or like my decks that I have made. So we're gonna get into it a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna see. This might be very personal. Not a lot of tarot, just more oracle today. Also, as I sat down, I have an anklet that has like shells on it that I purchased when I was at the beach one time with my friend, and I just sat down and one of my little shells just like fell off of my anklet, and I was like, oh, my shell. But I definitely feel like, because I just really reminded me of the shell card that's in this deck right here. That's in my, it's in this oracle deck that I have here, and it just reminds me of the listen closely card. There's a message, listen closely. So we'll see if that card comes out. We'll see. But it just reminded me of that. And so I was just like, okay. So yeah, I really feel like you're doing a lot right now to really kind of understand what's happening in the 3D around you. In the past, you might have found it very difficult because you're such a strong spirit being, definitely right here, right, with my lush card right here with the Empress energy, right? You are definitely a strong spirit being who has a hard time understanding, understanding karmic choices, or understanding people who choose to do people wrong or choose to do people dirty. Yes, look at this, right? With the morning glory, like a brand new dawn is like a brand new day is dawning, right? And that's so funny because I have here my turquoise, right? So seeing things from a new perspective, right? Gaining a new perspective, gaining a new focus here. So let's go ahead and jump into the Intuitive Images deck. A lot of downloads today. And also I have a throat chakra meditation. So I'm also seeing like the Knight of Swords, which obviously I don't have a tarot deck out here, but I'm seeing the Knight of Swords, and I'm seeing really quick action. I'm seeing like quick and direct communication. So this is either like with that light codes card coming out, this is either like light codes, like downloads that you're getting from your spirit guides, okay, coming into you, or this could be actual like 3D communication with that 3D card. Look, peace and tranquility, right? It's my peace and tranquility card, just by the lakeside card, right? Like quiet time, peace and tranquility. Like in those quiet moments that you're spending by yourself, just, this is also my get some time outside card for sure, right? Spend some time in nature and outside. So definitely that's going to help you. That's going to help you in opening up your mind. Oh, okay. No or yes? No. Yeah, put them back on. Okay. There are 2 that landed. 4 came out, but 2 actually like showed themselves. Okay. So here we have the distractions along the way, or like side quests. We have the side quest card, right? You're going along the path, and you have a little side quest. You have a little moment to the side, right? You might have gotten hung up, right? This is kind of like that karmic energy of getting stuck in a little thing, or like having a little side quest, having side quest. I almost said quack. So ducks or something like that might mean something significant to you, okay? So, but you have a little side quest over here, right? And you kind of had to learn some things and pick up. But this is also about understanding that even things that you might label as distractions, even things that you might label as like, oh, it's a little side quest where I had to stop and do this, right? It's all an important part of the journey, right? The little sidelines and things that you go through along the path are a part of the path. They're just as important as walking down the main, making the big choices, making the little time to stop and kind of learn the little lessons that you need to learn along the way. And they don't always have to be little lessons, right? They can be big lessons. They can be the flow, right? And you could have like those little side missions that kind of slow down the flow energy, right? And you might have just had to spend some time figuring this out. I'm hearing relationships. So you might have been finding a lot of peace and tranquility and like past, and like kind of like not like burying the past, but kind of like coming to accept the past and coming to accept the role that past karmics played in your life, and understanding like, okay, learning to have self-love and self, expression and understanding for yourself as you're going down. Yeah. Being okay with the decisions and the pathways that you possibly didn't take, right? This always reminds me of like the kind of 2 of Swords energy right here, where it's like this branch and it's coming here, right? Maybe perhaps the pathways that you didn't take are things that you didn't let come to an end when you know that they should have, things that you were letting continue far longer than they should have, possibly even like generational, toxic behaviors, or learned toxic behaviors, learned, conditions that have been put onto you by other people in your past that were really being reflected in your relationships, and the type of behavior that you were accepting in yourself, and that you were also accepting in other people that you were in past relationships with, right? Two more? Okay. Okay. 3 more, but okay. Okay, Spirit wants me to put this one back. Okay, so these 2. Look at that. Same card that came right back out, right? Decisions. But Spirit is saying something a little bit differently for me this time. They're like, read it like you would read the 2 of Swords in reverse. So they're saying like, read this as like things coming unblocked, right? You making decisions instead of having that blindfold on. You are making those decisions that you need to have for yourself. And I think like it's like they're saying that with the sunflower here in reverse, they're saying that there's some decisions that you made in the past that you're coming to the realization that you didn't make. You are recognizing that some of the choices that you made in the past really were compromising your happiness, or compromising how great or how powerful or how you could really see yourself, right? And it takes some time to allow yourself to have the acceptance of that, right? And have the forgiveness and letting that go, right? So Spirit is saying that's you might be contemplating on some past decisions that you realize that you were choosing to compromise your happiness on, right? Because of past choices or past relationships. They're really speaking really strongly about relationships today. Yeah. But Spirit is saying see, right? See the signs, see that this was all set up in the proper way that it needed to be see, right? And see how these trees are set up and the shadow is casting here, right? See that Spirit is putting things into alignment for you, right? That they're shining the light on the things, shining a light in the shadows, right? Breaking up these shadows with this light that they're shining here on these past decisions, so that you can learn your triggers, so that you can learn the red flags, your own red flags that you have, your own toxic behaviors that you have, your own conditions, your own negative conditions that you put on yourself that allowed you to, to accept toxic behavior from past relationships, so that you can heal that within yourself and you can not continue it into the next, um, not continue it into the future, because spirit's like, we don't have time for this anymore, right? Like, and you're just like, yeah, I don't. It was 10:10 down on the clock right when I said that. Okay, union. As you learn to embrace yourself, you truly accept your twin. Union is here. Wow. So I really feel like there is a lot of you who are coming into union with a much like, it's like in this acceptance that you deserve better than you dealt with in the past, and accepting some of the choices that you made for yourself in the past. I really feel like you're coming into union with people, with relationships and people and friendships and jobs, and just in general with things that actually click with this new version of you, right? Which are part twin flame. Okay, spirit says we're not really fucking around today. Soul completion and intense connection. Let the energy flow. Don't hold on too loosely or too tight. Yeah, like, so it's just like, let it be, bless it be. Release the past. As you release the past, okay, talk to him, spirit. Talk to him, spirit. Let go of old energies that are keeping you stuck in the past. Learn from your karma and live in the now. Exactly. So it's like, as you release these past energies and you accept, right, these mistakes that you, in ways where you compromised your own happiness, you might find yourself kind of having those moments come back where you're just like, I can't believe, like, you might be like, I can't believe I dealt with a person acting like that. I can't believe I dealt with somebody treating me that way. Like, pish posh, not anymore. Like, oh, absolutely not. I would, no. The spirit saying, don't get stuck too much on, on demonizing or villainizing people from your past, right? Because it's all a part of the path, right? It's all part of the path. And these people were put on your path so that you could see, so that you could see that within yourself, so that you could see that, no. Like, I need to let go of this, because otherwise, it's not just about the fact because don't get me wrong, those past people are 100% responsible for their actions, right? And for their choices. But if you are going to say that, you have to also say and take the accountability that you are 100% accountable for your choices as well, right? Now, I understand that we can be conditioned to allow some toxic behaviors in our life, but at some point, right, we have to heal enough to where we are holding ourselves responsible and saying, no, I'm not going to tolerate this anymore. No, I'm going to go back. I'm going to look into my past. I'm going to heal the things, the toxic attachment styles and the conditioning that I dealt with. And I'm going to face that in myself. And I'm going to tell myself, and I'm going to face that shadow part of myself that accepts these toxic behaviors and people around me, and say, no, I am not going to allow myself to be used anymore. No, I am not going to accept that. I am not going to continue to make these choices in partners, in places, in jobs, in careers, and in friendships that compromise my happiness. No, I am not going to do that. I am not going to do that. And that is learning from your past, right? Wow. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. Wow. Healing yourself. Okay. Right. In doing this, you are healing yourself. In doing this shadow work, right? Facing that shadow self. Like I just said. Okay. I'm so excited. I can't even hold the cards. Okay. And in healing, there's so much healing in doing the shadow work, in facing the shadow parts of yourself and releasing them, right? And releasing them and letting them go, right? In forgiving yourself, right? Forgiving yourself, and also forgiving these past people, because it's like seeing them from the higher version of yourself, right? Coming to higher self union, and seeing the higher version of these people as well. Like, not making excuses, right? Not making excuses for them, but having a deeper, higher understanding, right? Of, okay, I don't need to villainize these past people, because yes, what they did do was they were on some fuck shit, right? But they also did it because, just like me, in the past, they were unwilling to face their shadow self. So they allowed their ego and their shadow self to rule their choices. And and just like I was stuck, right? They are also stuck in some kind of karmic cycle that they're trying to work their way out of, right? And so it's like coming from a place instead of holding grudges, forgiving and moving on. That doesn't mean justifying. That doesn't mean saying, oh, what they did is okay. No, because it wasn't. It's not. Just like you had to face yourself and take accountability and say, it's not okay that you were, that you kept allowing that type of person into your life, right? It is not okay that they were making the choices they were making. It never was, and it never will be, right? But it's about understanding that you need to, that instead of choosing judgment, to choose understanding and to choose grace instead. Like, well, I'm just not going to allow them to have access to me or my energy in my life, and I hope they do better over there. I hope that their next treats them better than they treated me. I hope that they're learning and they're growing and that they're dealing with their shit, because in fact, the people that hurt us are just people out there on a journey just like us, trying to struggle through their awakening, trying to learn from their mistakes, trying to heal from their past and their shadow self and their, toxic behaviors that they learned as well, just like us, right? And it's an important part of that journey is to stop villainizing karmics and to stop villainizing those people, right? To just see our parents as just people, right? Yes, they should have, you know, to do us justice, yes, they should have, dealt with their stuff. However, they didn't. They made the choices that they did. They put the things on us that we did, and holding that anger and holding that begrudgment and that grief and that pain in our life only serves to keep us stuck. If they want to stay stuck, that has to be their journey, right? But you don't have to stay stuck, right? Because when you let go and you forgive and you let go of the anger and the pain, as much of it as you can, however, a little bit at a time or a lot at a time, however you can do it, right? However you can get it done, as long as you're doing it in healthy ways, right? However you can get it done, that brings about the completion of this karmic cycle, right? That's how you learn. That's how you truly heal yourself, is you release, right? You release. You want to stay stuck in karmic choices, I'm so sorry that you're choosing that. But that is not my choice, and that doesn't have to be my choice, right? Because I want to heal. I want to forgive. I want to move on. I want to complete this cycle, right? And I'm not going to compromise my happiness because of you. I will take back my power. I am not going to continue to give the anger, to give the fear, to give the pain, to give the hurt my power over me living a good life. I will not, right? And whether or not that person is choosing to heal or not is also not your business, right? It's not your business. And in doing all of this, you are coming into this higher self. You are seeing things from a higher perspective. Going and completing this cycle with that full moon energy is allowing you to see things from a higher perspective. And if you believe it, okay, it is, if you are a person that's like, I'm on a twin flame journey, and this right here, when this twin flame card comes out, and if you're not on a twin flame journey or you don't believe in twin flames, that's fine, sweetie. You definitely don't have to, and I'm not trying to like belittle you by calling you sweetie or anything like that. That's fine. You don't have to. Just see when this twin flame card comes up, see that as you coming into the right person for you to be with, right? Whatever label that you want to put on this, soulmate, life partner, just a positive, healthy, nice person that's going to be there for you, read it as that, right? And it's all part of your life purpose, right? Because healing is a part of our life purpose. It's a part of everyone's life purpose. It is our life purpose. It's to heal these things from the past. It's not all that makes up our life purpose, right? Because our life purpose isn't obviously just only about the people that we end up in a relationship with, or the career that we have, or the children that we have or we don't have, or whatever the choice, whatever your personal choice in that is, right? It is so much of it is about this healing work that we are doing for ourselves, getting our place to the point where we let go of all of that, because the pain and the grief and the fear, it takes up room in your mind. It clouds your judgment. And when you start letting go of it, you're like, I have so much more room and space inside of myself to allow so much more, so much higher possibilities, so much more love into my life, right? I can let go of this fear and replace it with trust, and replace it with confidence, and replace it with, love, and replace it with, motivation, and replace it with, energy. Because all of the hanging on to all of that other stuff is so heavy, it drags you down, it makes you tired, right? And when you start releasing it, your body just feels lighter, right? You want to get up, you feel motivated, you want to move, you want to chase after your dreams, you want to hunt those things down, and get your fears, and you want to get rid of your fears and like chase after your desires, right? Yeah. And you start not running away from the towers that spirit provides you in your life, right? Because you see them as spirit taking away all unnecessary things from your life, right? Let the towers fall to rebuild your foundation. Because at first, when I very first started tarot and the tower card would come out, I had the reaction that a lot of people did. I was like, oh, this is terrible. Something terrible is going to happen. Or like the death card. Now, if the tower or the death card comes out, I'm like, oh, snap, like, hey, I'm like, big major things, like big things popping, like it's happened, right? Big things popping, little things stopping. Wow. Like, I hadn't thought about that in a long time, right? But like, right, like it's going down, like the major changes are happening, like you are cutting away things that no longer serve you, so that because for me the death card is much more about the rebirth that happens afterwards, right? This is coming to an end so that brand new things can come into your life, right? That inner child healing work, boo. Right? Oh, excuse me. Look at this. Look at this. You're mastering healing karmic. Right? You're mastering healing that karmic energy. Right? With this inner child healing that you're doing. Right? Yeah, start anew, forgive and nurture yourself. Transmute any fear or doubt into eternal love. Period. Right? What I just said. Get rid of any of that fear or that doubt or that anger so it can be replaced with love. Okay, because honey, that's part of that life purpose. That's part of your life's purpose, right? You're discovering your life's true purpose. You are fulfilling your contracts and healing your trauma. Keep your head up. This path takes time, right? Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at this. Look, you are psychically healing your karmic trauma and replacing it with unconditional love. Like, spirit, come on now. Come on now. Spirit's talking to y'all in every way possible. Like, spirit said, are you listening? That's the message, right? Yeah, meditation, right? Breathe in the love, light, and knowledge of the universe. Travel inward, still your mind, and listen to your heart, right? Listen to your heart. Still your mind and listen to your heart. Find that peace, right? Find that peace. Find that tranquility inside of yourself. Right? And that's, and I was just really being drawn to this twin flame union thing again. And on the back of the deck, manifestation, manifesting. You are manifesting this connection. Hello? Two more, Spirit said. Pupil. Okay. You're saying read it, okay? Take this person under your wing. You are here to guide them on their divine path. Be patient and kind. Okay. Okay. They want me to pull a card here. Oops, 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 oops. Man, I love the finish that the gloss gives on these intuitive image cards, but you can barely touch these things and they will just like shoot across the room. Okay. Oh, shuffle, they said. Okay. Warrior energy. They're really be fearless and stand strong. Okay. Who is this pupil that we're talking about here? Masking is the collective. No, there's somebody coming into your life. Okay. Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. Somebody is changing. There's somebody here that's changing, right? They're a pupil, right? They're changing and they're unveiling their gifts. They're becoming someone different. They're going through their own enlightenment, right? Their own awakening. This person also might be somebody that is like really connected to nature or really connected to animals, okay? Especially like winged animals. So like birds. They might get a lot of signs and symbols through birds. Okay. I just heard aviator, so they also could like fly planes or they also just showed me like a sail, so they might like to sail. Okay. Now they're showing me like seagulls in like the ocean, sailing, windsurfing, or parasailing, something like that. Okay. What else about this person, Spirit? Is there something else? Check the back. High Priestess. Harness your mystic power. Okay. There's like this knowing. You have this inner knowing. Look. Birds. Autumn. There's the crow. Which is like ancestors for me. Release the old and rest, right? Your ancestors are telling you, release that old ancestral stuff, like with the tree, right? The old generational trauma or generational karma. Release it and let go of it. Fall into your, your inner knowing, hermit, retreat and recharge, right? More meditation energy. They're telling me to pull one more. Look, the moon. Take note of intuitive messages, right? So again, High Priestess, right? This intuitive knowing that you have. One more. True love. So I really feel like this person, in whatever way this person has placed this thing, this whatever it is, this passion, whatever it is, okay, that's being shaped, that's being shifted, that's being changed, that's going through this evolution, okay, it's really going to help you learn about true love, right? The real thing. Time reveals all, right? Time will reveal it when it's right, when it's time. They're showing me the Wheel of Fortune right now. True love isn't simply given, it is earned. It takes work and commitment. Keep an open keep an open heart and a clear mind. I keep on wanting to say open mind and clear heart. So either one of those, okay? It's on the back of the deck. Healing karmic cycle, right? Empath. Okay, this person could be empathic, or you can feel each other's emotions. Yeah, so I really feel like there's going to be a really big connection between you and this person. Yeah, this is manifesting here in the 3D. Karmic lessons are testing you. You need to heal past karmic cycles. Energy needs to be cleared. Focus on healing yourself to bring in new positive energy. Yeah, so all this healing yourself that you're doing and releasing the past is bringing in this new positive energy here. Ooh, 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 ooh. One of my faves, Archangel Samuel. Archangel of pure loving relationships. Heals your heart chakra. Raises you to a higher vibration. Helps relieve distress and anxiety. Absolutely. That's my boo. I love Archangel Samuel. Okay. It's kind of stuck a little bit. So this is something that's kind of coming, but it's kind of like The universe is reminding you that you and your thoughts create your reality. Stay balanced and positive, right? Right? Take accountability and understand that what you're thinking about, what you're giving energy to is what you're manifesting, right? So be aware of that. Remember how I said earlier to not linger too long in past relationships or past pain, right? To also be focused on the healing portion of it, you know? And not so much on the anger, but focus more, you know, if the anger comes up or pain or anger or the fear comes up, allow yourself to feel it so you can purge it and let go of it, right? So that you can purge it and so there it is. I knew that it'd show itself. And, oh, in case you were mad that I pulled it, the spirit pulled it right back out. Okay. Spirit said, "Oh yeah, that can come out. You knew that it was gonna come out. Listen closely. There is a message, right? Shell. There it is. I knew that it." That's crazy. Okay, so rainstorm, guidance through the storm. You want me to read all these, spirit? Because there's several. Yes. 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 Okay. Guidance through the storm, rainstorm, cleansing delivery, right? So rainstorm. So you might be having like a rainstorm. You might meet this person during a rainstorm. Okay, I'm seeing like a day that's like beautiful, and then it suddenly turned like rain comes. So it might be like spring, around spring. The spring, you know how like when rain will just like suddenly come out of nowhere and just come and just roll through. And I'm seeing like people like running with like like their heads up, they're like, oh, like running in the rain and things like that, right? And like guidance, like you're being guided, but also not just that situation, but also like metaphorically, like you're being guided through the storm. You're being guided through all of this, through the past, right? Through releasing all of this kind of like karmic, stormy weather, right? A shift in direction, a change in location. So compass, right? A shift in direction, a change in location. So there's definitely here is coming and changing and shifting directions right through this, right? You are being shifted into a different direction again because of all this work that you're doing. 555, major changes, right? 555 are major changes, learning new life lessons through experience, positive change in your life, divinely guided life changes, like period. Okay, Cardinal. You guys know deep soul connection union. That's two, right? Deep soul love cardinals, and like cardinals are also a representation of Christ consciousness. So if you work with Christ consciousness, that's also coming to let you know, right? Like choose love. I'm here for you. I'm helping you to heal and move through this, right? Deep soul connection. That's two. That's a lot. Kundalini. Okay. Kundalini Awakening. The Great Awakening. The Great Energetic Snake is awakening. Feel your power gaining momentum. The Great Awakening is happening. Wow. Okay. Right. You're definitely going through this like massive awakening right now. Or like this. Yeah. Also, I'm really feeling like there's a person here. There's a person that's going to assist you along with this awakening, this Kundalini awakening that you're going through. Black cat, protection. Okay, protection or a guardian. Right? Oh, black cat, high priestess. Right? You are being guided through these intuitive messages. Right? Some of you also might have a black cat. All right, or this person might have a black cat. Earth magic, grounding. Or like a tattoo. I just heard tattoo of a black cat. I don't know. The cat that they just showed me was so cool. It looked like such a cool tattoo. So if that's you. You have a wicked ass tattoo. Like that's lovely. Brilliant artwork on that. Okay. Yay! Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. This is one like I knew when that and here when the Empress card kept showing itself. Here she is. Right? This card always reminds me of this. It's like one of my with the Earth Magic card, right? Earth Magic and the Earth Mother card, right? All of that energy as well. Beautiful. That's all beautiful, feminine, Empress, High Priestess energy all around everywhere. Okay. What's happening? Spirit said, what's happening in the coming? What's happening? Okay. What's happening for the rest of February? Spirit said, okay. What's happening for the rest of February? Mountains, stand your ground. So you're getting grounded, right? You're getting grounded. You're being shown your way through this. Protection, right? You're being highly protected. And your heart chakra, right, is feeling that warm embrace energy, right? That opening, that grand opening of your heart chakra. That's part of your Kundalini Awakening as well, right? Okay, and Spirit saying now for March. Okay, so for March, if you're watching this as this is kind of coming out, or for whenever, you know, over the next few months, but for March, water guardian, connecting with your emotions. So for March is really going to be about you really connecting with your emotions. I'm hearing connecting with your passions as well, right? And also connecting more with your emotions about releasing the old past. So more of that emotion energy coming up so you can purge it, so you can release it, so that you can let go of it, you know, so that you can really work on staying grounded, because you're going to be doing a lot of emotional work in March. I really feel like, a lot. There's just so much around connecting with, like, really deeply connecting with your heart chakra. This water guardian is giving me really big, like, Queen of Cups vibes too. So as part of that Empress energy, you're really going to be, I'm feeling like in the past you were much more in kind of the, because the Empress, of course, is all the queens in the deck, right? All of the queens in the tarot deck. And I really feel like in the past you were really learning about how to be that Queen of Swords energy, right? Setting up those boundaries, cutting away those old ties that didn't serve you, letting the towers fall, and cutting your relationships with old karmic people and places and things that didn't serve you, right? And now it's about, now that you kind of cut away those things, it's about allowing yourself to soften again, right? To soften afterwards, so that you can connect with that really loving energy now that you don't have to feel so guarded because of all the karmic relationships that were around you, right? And all the karmic, you know, it was about purging away all of that anger and the fear and the doubt and the things that keep that sword up, right? And now it's about becoming a little bit softer, you know, and connecting with your emotions and connecting with other emotions, you know, not just the fear and the anger, but allowing yourself to really connect with your heart space, because you are protected, right? Yeah. And unlocking the magic within you, the magic within that eternal love that's inside of you, setting your sights higher, stargazer. Okay, so really connecting. Also, if you're like starseed energy, like connecting with like soul tribe members, connecting with you know, like star ancestry, and connecting with your, you know, starseed higher purpose and things like that as well, if that's something that you believe in. Okay, sun, enjoying success and happiness. So absolutely a lot of sun energy as well, like shifting over more into March, into like the spring energy, and trust your talents in changing times. I'm really feeling like there's going to be a lot that's changing, a lot of tower moments that are going to be coming up, realigning and reorganizing your life, right? Which is why Spirit wants you to get really as grounded as you can right now, because there's going to be a lot of really rapid changes happening in your life, and Spirit is saying trust in your intuition, trust inside the guidance that you will be guided, trust inside your talents, trust in yourself, right? Over a lot of the changes, and be the light, right? Be that light energy. Yeah, and then just stay devoted and committed. Staying committed is what's going to be really important, moving into more like the summer in this year, right? Moving more into the summer months is going to be about staying committed, right? Really staying committed on this journey that you're going to now, right? And being devoted, wise one, and growing within your current situation. So learning how to, I feel like you're going to get a lot of energetic upgrades. You need to ground yourself right now so that you're preparing your body, so that you're, you know, you're being able to ground those energetic upgrades and those light codes that you're getting. Then you're going to go through a massive growth, okay? Like massive growth energy, staying grounded as much as you can through that change, and then learning how to stay devoted and committed through that, right? Through that energy, staying devoted and committed to this grounded energy, and to purging yourself you know, purging those energies that don't serve you anymore, and remembering, like, remember, they're saying, like, remember your training, remember all the things that you're going through right now as life continues to move forward, right? Falling back on your steps, falling back on your understanding that you're receiving now at this current moment, and learning how to grow in this new space, right? Learning how to stay grounded and grow into this new space, learning how to ground yourself in this new being, this new kind of mindset, and this new psychology, and the new paradigms that you're shifting, and the new programming that you're bringing into your mind, right? Yeah. And remember to stay, like, peaceful, right? Embrace the energy of peace, right? And then stay, of course, High Priestess. Stay in your intuition, and also, you know, Shield Maiden, make those plans and focus, right? That's two. It's about being dedicated and focused with all this new energy that's being directed towards you, directing the energy in the right place. Wow, look at these two. Set like spring, see your seeds grow. So, like, more into the spring, like all the seeds that you've been planting, which is like all of the energy and the work that you're disconnecting from now, and all of the seeds of love that you're planting inside of yourself now, you're going to be seeing those grow. And as you learn how to trust, you are going to be thriving, right? Moving more into, like, from the spring, and moving more into, like, the really big summer energy that you're having here. You're going to be learning how to really trust yourself because of all the foundation that you're setting up now, and you're just going to be chasing those dreams, right? Setting your sights even higher, like, okay, like, how else can I push myself, how else can I improve, how, you know, how much more, you know, healing can I do, how much more love can I have, how much, you know, in my career, in everything and all of that, right? While also learning how to, Pink Rose, embrace the sweetness of life, right? Oh, look at this. Star ancestor, follow your inner voice, like I was saying, and really connecting to your to a higher purpose beyond all of this, right? Trader, exchanging energy to create abundance. Yeah, really speaking on, you know, kind of like moving on to the next stage of your life purpose, right? Like we talked about that. There's many stages to your life purpose, and in the big major first stage is really a letting go of all of this, like inner child healing that you needed to do, and allowing yourself to kind of create this new mindset inside of yourself, right? Now you get to unlock the next stage of your life purpose, and that's what you're really going to be doing in the spring and the summer of this year, or in the next few coming months, right? In the next few coming months, because this is, you know, a timeless reading for whenever you find it. Whenever you find it is when you're supposed to find it for yourself, right? Something to hear, a big lavender. I'm hearing lavender, like a let that be the cue that it is for you, whatever, or whatever. Sorry, but I'm hearing like lavender is really big. Now, whether or not that's just the color, or that's like the actual flower, if it's incense, oils, whatever it is, you know, just what lavender represents, which is the peace, the calm, the tranquility, the very first card that came out for us in the whole spread, right? The peace, the love, the tranquility, the understanding of what's to come next, and staying calm and peaceful and understanding throughout all of it, right? Yeah, Earth Mother, feeling loved and comforted, 100%, right? Really connecting to Mother Gaia, really connecting to this earth, really grounding yourself in this energy, and being, okay, retreat and recharge with this Hermit card, right? In the meditation, staying grounded through all of this energy. Animal guardian, trust your instincts, and trusting your instincts, right? Because look at you, like, look, like the shapeshifter person, right? Like one of them was the masculine energy here, surrounded by like all of the animals and all of the spirits, and here you are, or here this other person is becoming, whichever one you resonate for, right? You're really coming to match this person and all of this energy that you're being wrapped up in. And here, both of these people are being wrapped here with these wings, right? Right? Or if you want to see this as yourself, right? This yourself transforming and bringing all of this guidance in for you, right? And being surrounded by this, right? But the main thing Spirit is saying that for the next few months, they just want you to do as much recharging and rest, like, to get as rested and as grounded as you possibly can, because you're going to be having a lot of energy exchange. Like, you're going to be expelling a lot of energy. So you're going to be really needing to learn how to reground and recharge and get that energy back as you expel the energy and you get it back and you get into that flow of exchange, of releasing exchange, releasing exchange, releasing exchange, so that you're getting back just as much as you're, as you're releasing. Yeah, big transformational energy definitely here. And with like here, right, the woman being pregnant here, that could be literal for some of you, or it could just be, like giving birth or growing this new, right, seeing those seeds grow, right? So seeing this new version of yourself, reparenting yourself, remothering yourself, doing this inner child work that you need to do, right? Really allowing this new version of yourself to be birthed, right? To be born, to unfold, right? To bring about. And I think a lot of you are also, it's like, it's bringing like this new version of yourself onto the world, right? Yeah, and that's because I'm being so drawn right here. See how this person has depicted that there's like the swirling right here in the clouds. And it reminds me of like a hurricane or like a storm, right? The guidance through the storm, guidance through all of this energy, just like, whoo, massive swirling, like, oh, what's happening? Like, right? Spirit is saying that they're going to be here. Don't ever think that you're going to be going through this alone, but they are going to be here helping you every part of the way through this transition, through purging any kind of leftover, non-helpful emotions or anything that you're going through, or any time that it feels too crazy, or any time that it feels too like, oh, what is going on, to stay rooted, stay grounded, because you are going through massive upgrades and massive transformations here and elevation, right? For sure. Ah, yeah, purity was my little pretty white flowers there, right? Going through like this massive change, yeah, massive elevation, massive ascension right now, right? So just trust and understand that, and understand that your spirit guides are here for you every step of the way, every journey. There's nothing too big, too small that you can't call on them to help bring, to help, to meditate, to connect to them, to help them guide you through everything that you're going through, right? There's nothing wrong. Even if it's just to say like, oh wow, like I am so grateful for everything that's happening, but wow, is this kind of crazy? Like it's all happening all at once. Can you help me stay grounded through this? Can you help me reconnect to myself and stay true to myself, and realign myself with this new version of myself, while also maintaining the old version of myself that I really like, the parts of me that feel like me, right? If there's any time that you're feeling confused, or you're feeling like your view is being obscured, call on them. Like call on yourself. Go inside into yourself and listen to your connection with your higher self, right? You are always connected to them, right? You are always connected to them. They're always here for you, right? They're here helping you through all of this, right? So just stay grounded through everything. The roots here. Because that's what they're here to help you do. That's why they're your spirit guides. That's why they're walking beside you. That's why they're here taking the position that they did in this lifetime, so that they could help you heal, so that they could help you through this, to provide you with divine protection. Right? Yeah. But it's going to require a lot of honesty on your part, right? And always know that your spirit guides are going to be honest with you, even if it's not the easiest thing for you to hear, right? Or it's not the easiest thing for you to understand, right? They're going to be honest about what you need to release and what you need to let go of. So, work to the place where you're ready to hear what they have to say for you, right? Where they're guiding you through this inner child healing, right? Where they're guiding you to take accountability, to let go, to forgive, whatever you need to do to heal yourself. That's why they're here, right? That's why they're here, is to help guide you through this healing and to separate you, right? I feel like a lot of you are like, how am I going to have the strength to do this? Like, if there is something that you're like, how am I going to have the strength to do this? Call on your spirit guides, right? To be there, to guide you, to help you to help you to put it in a way, where you'll find the most, the least abrasive path, or, where you're getting into that flow energy, connect with them, quiet your mind, turn everything off, sit in the stillness, sit outside, really allow that energy to really flow to you, so that they can really be showing you like, okay, here is how you do it, right? Here is how you do it, and be open and honest with yourself about the things that are going to be required of you. Yeah, be open and honest with yourself about the tower moments that you're going to be going through, right? To understand that if something is not working, or it's being taken away from you, it is not because you don't deserve it. It's not because you're being punished. It's not because you're not working hard enough or anything like that. It is simply because there is a better path, or there is a better way to do it, or you're not doing it in the healthiest way. So you need to rethink this, replan it, refocus, right? So that you can do it in a better, more healthy way for yourself. So surrender to the divine plan, right? Because the divine plan is the way that's going to help you the most, right? They have a perspective that we can't even imagine, right? So understand, yeah, these towers, some major towers are about to go down in your life. And have a positive spin on it. Be like, these are going to be, they might be things that might shake me up, or might make me think like, oh, what's happening, right? Yeah, you might have the temptation to run away from them. You might have the temptation to be like, I am not ready for this. I don't, maybe I'm not ready for this, right? Spirit is saying that you're going to have to, that your manifestations are coming to pass. So you're going to need, right? Pupil, right? All of this is happening to teach you, right? So be patient, be kind with yourself, and surrender to the divine plan, right? Because it's all part of the plan. Trust, right? Trust that it's all a part of the divine plan. Yeah, it's all a part of you healing this, right? Of you healing this karmic cycle. Because there is a karmic cycle here that you're holding on to, and you're projecting that energy off onto other people, okay? Your twin flame, this person that's coming into your life is a divine blessing. This journey is a divine blessing, right? You have been given or will receive a divine gift. Use it wisely. Keep an open mind. Gifts can come in many shapes and sizes. Divine works in mysterious ways. Yeah, but it's all a part, it's all part of the plan. So, yeah. Ooh, separation. So maybe perhaps, whatever you're being asked to separate yourself away from right now, whether or not it's people, friends, places, homes, whatever, a job, a career, whatever it is that you're being asked, yeah, you need to have this, because it's establishing healthy boundaries in your life, because whatever it is taking too much from you. Whatever you're being asked to separate yourself from, it is a karmic cycle that you are being asked to let go of, and it is a part of your life purpose to release it and let go of it, right? So star, so that you can heal. That's why you're getting the enlightenment that you're getting right now. So yeah, this might be very abrupt. I'm not going to lie. I'm not trying to scare. This is not going to be for everybody. But for some people, you might suddenly lose your job. You might suddenly, like a person or a friend might come to you and suddenly be like, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. And you're like, what? Or this is not working. This relationship's not going to work, or this situation is not going to work, or you living in this house is not going to work, or, something might happen where it's like, oh, I'm so sorry, but we have to evict you, or we have to close this down. We have to close this house down, or these apartments are being condemned, or something crazy like that, right? There might be something crazy that happens and you're just like, what? But it is happening. This separation is happening because there is a karmic cycle here that you are refusing to let go of, and you have become codependent on it. All right? Let go of the thought that you need anyone else to feel complete. You are not a whole. You are a whole, not a half, right? But I read it at first as you are not whole. There was something inside of you that whatever this is that you're not separating yourself from is keeping you from feeling the wholeness that you need to inside of yourself, right? Right? It is a divine blessing in disguise, right? I know you guys, I might have lost some of you, be like, excuse me, how is that going to be a divine blessing? Because whatever comes in its place is going to be something that is much more where you need to be, right? That is much more what is really going to serve you, And it's really going to make you realize, like, okay, like, I've got to do something else. I've got to do something different. I've got to do something differently than I have been doing it. Yeah, because I need to have, it's some lesson of unconditional love, okay? And it is written in the stars. It is meant to happen this way. It is a part, right? It's fated to happen this way. So be loving and kind to yourself and to others, and be understanding, but also have those healthy boundaries, okay? I don't know what's happening here, but there's a Kundalini Awakening really happening. It's all part of your Kundalini Awakening, right? That's twice the Kundalini Awakening card came out, right? Yeah, there's some kind of energetic ties that are being cut here. And Spirit is saying, okay, like, we're gonna force this to happen because it needs to happen. New moon, the ending and the beginning of a new cycle. Yeah. So in this separation from this, you know, stay understanding. And understand that it's happening for a reason. And it's not because, the reason is not because you need to be punished. Yeah, it's because there's inner child healing that needs to happen here. That just keeps coming up. The separation is happening because there's fear, there's doubt that needs to be transformed, right? There's healing that needs to happen here. All right, you're being enlightened through this, right? You're being guided through messages, signs, and dreams. And then look, dreams is right here too as well. So you are being guided through these things, right? So listen carefully again, right? With the shell, there is a message here. Listen carefully, right? The number 55 is just really standing out to me, right? That's also twice that 55 came out. So be on the lookout for 55. And it's 5:57 right now on the real-time clock. 5:57. So that is about, like, 55 is about, like, those divinely guided changes that are happening in your life, or those, you know, learning from the past. And 7 is the number of, like, spiritual awakenings, right? So through the changing that is happening right now in your life, you are going through, you are shaping, shaping, right? Shape shifting. What's going on there? I don't know. That just gonna resonate for somebody, right? I almost said ship shape. Like ship shape, getting into ship shape. Okay. All right. And this is all happening for your greater success and understanding, right? So, mountain, standing your ground. When I did that, that card popped out, right? And then here too, again with the stars, right? More stars, more healing. Okay, I just heard Mount Shasta, so for some of you that might... Oh, see, from a higher perspective. Some of you might go, like, hiking, or might go on, like, a trip or something. Shallow and master, be graceful in movement and action. Be graceful. Be careful also, too, like, if, like, you're hiking around outside and stuff. But yeah. See from a higher perspective. You're being asked to go someplace, to some place that's going to help you shift and see things from a higher perspective also as well. With that compass and that changing direction, right? She wolf, unleash the button. I'm being really drawn to the buttons too, to the buttons here on the Peacekeeper. So that's gonna, you know, let any of the imagery on any of this, like, let go of the need to be right. Like, yeah, check your ego. Check any kind of, like, ego that you have about the situation, that you think that you have a higher perspective than, or, like, you know better than like, you know, your spirit guides or, like, God or anything like that. It's like, no, I know my perspective more than anybody else could understand it, because they have a higher perspective than we can even imagine, than we can comprehend when we're inside our human bodies, right? So, star ancestor, follow the voice. Yeah, also too, right? Like, your star ancestors, like, we have a much higher perspective than you. There is this feeling. They're not trying to belittle you or anything like that, but they're just, that was also, I really feel like that was a little separate message, okay? Because there's somebody here that's watching this that's more along those like running away and fighting a separation or something like that. And Spirit is saying like, yeah, just stay grounded through all of this that's happening, right? Because all of this is happening. Honor your inner knowing for your healing, for healing. Okay. Is there anything else? Yes or no? Oh yeah, light codes. Listen to the downloads that you're getting. Listen to the guidance that you're getting. Yeah, you might be a little confused with the fog here. You might be slightly confused about what exactly what messages you're getting from what. It's like, maybe you're having a hard time interpreting some of the messages that you're getting, right? Because you're like, what does that mean? What do you mean by this? What do you mean by that? It's kind of confusing me a little bit. Meditation. Stilling your mind. This is my meditation spot. Like stilling your mind. Meditate. Meditate on it. Yeah. Because you're fighting your ascension. You're fighting your ascension by doing that. By keeping yourself stuck in the confusion. Yeah. That felt like that's a completely different energy than what we were really channeling for the first part of this. Yeah. Yeah. Too close. Right? See from a higher perspective. Your perspective's a little too close. You're a little too close to the issue, which is not your fault, right? It's not your fault that you're like in that situation right now. Right? Yeah. Yeah. You've got a lot of people around you, especially in your family, that are keeping you trapped in like old cycles. But it's not really them keeping you trapped. It's just the fact that you're allowing the fact that they're not changing to keep you the same as well. And we can't allow the fact that other people don't change around us stop us from allowing ourselves to change, right? Even if we know that, you know, that means isolating ourselves away from our friends or our family or other people. I almost wanted to have like a British accent when I said that. Like, I don't know why. Like, not that I don't know. There's something about that too. Something about somebody with an accent, specifically Welsh. I'm hearing like a Welsh accent. I wouldn't know the difference. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know the difference. But that's for somebody here. Or yeah, I'm somebody like I've seen somebody like with their hand in their face like, I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated. I'm sorry. Look, I can't tell you what to do. Somebody's like, I'm so frustrated. Tell me what to do. I can't tell you what to do. Like, you have to find that inside of yourself, right? These tower moments, and you're gonna find growth in unexpected places. So that's what you need to be aware of, right? There's also direction in unexpected places, right? We talked about that in another reading that I was doing, where it was like the moss, like you can use the moss signs, right? You can use signs in nature that you're getting to really, like, spirit is already giving you the direction that you need. So that's the direction that you need to follow, right? You need to follow the signs that you're already given. But maybe, right, like I was saying earlier with the fog and the downloads, maybe you're not doing enough like introspection in the way where you're not really interpreting the signs, right? Like, where you're not interpreting the signs as exactly how spirit wants you to interpret the signs, right? There's just like a disconnect there. And they're not saying like that you're not smart enough or that you just haven't done enough research. That's not what they're saying. There is something that it's like, you have a particular spirit guide around you who delivers signs in ways that you're not picking up, right? You're just not quite. It could be a difference in culture, it could be a difference in understanding, but it's like this spirit guide interprets like the way that culturally, or that you were raised, or in your religion, or whatever it is that you were raised raised to see. Okay, yeah, they're telling me black cat. So they're telling me like how in some cultures it's a superstition to see a black cat, right? Traditionally, black cats are like seen as a bad omen, right? But however, to me, a black cat is a sign of connecting with your ancestry. It's a sign of connecting with the kind of more, deeper knowledge, right? Well, like with the black cat being on high, like on the high priestess card, right? It's a different sign, right? So they're kind of showing me that like there is a spirit guide, or there's someone around you who is sending your signs that you're misinterpreting, because it's kind of like you're interpreting the signs on a basis of fear instead of on a basis of what your spirit guides are really actually trying to tell you. So it's like maybe expand, to not just see it from a very like, no, this is what this means. This is what I've always known this sign to mean. And spirit is saying kind of allow your mind to drift, allow your mind to maybe perhaps look up what that sign means in other cultures or from other places, that to one culture it might mean this, but to another culture it means something completely different. And so the spirit guide that you have is giving you these signs, and you're like, oh, it's bad omens, it's bad, it's terrible, it's really not good, and then the spirit guide is like, no, that's not what I'm trying to tell you. It's not what I'm trying to tell you. So, or like earlier, they reminded me too of a reading that I did where the number 666 kept coming up, and I could feel like the anxiety in the collective, and I had to actually look up, the angel number 666 and what it really meant and how it meant something completely different. But because I was understanding of it, because in traditional like Christian ideology, 666 is like the mark of the beast. It's like a evil number, right? But when you look up the number of 666, it's actually about like divine feminine, in other cultures, it's about divine feminine understanding, and it's about, it's about evolution. It's about changing and moving forward and finding balance in yourself. It's 6:06 on the clock as I'm saying this, right? Like, it's something different. So spirit is saying like they're not saying that it's not like they're not understanding, they understand why you view the things that you do, but they're also saying it that is you're viewing this from a sense of fear, which is why you're misinterpreting, because your spirit guides are never going to give you symbols through lenses of fear. They have only all unconditional love. So it's just kind of like a misalignment with you and one of your spirit guides, because they're just like that projection energy, right? That projection energy, like you're running away from it because you're viewing it from your ego, or you're viewing it from a very 3D, very particular view of it, when your spirit guides have a much higher perspective of it, and they're like, it doesn't mean just that, it also means other things as well. So be aware of that you might be getting symbols and signs that you're misinterpreting, that's confusing you more. Or also too, if you're watching a bunch of different tarot readers or a bunch of different people who have a bunch of different interpretations of the same signs and symbols, right? You can get something completely different from other people. So spirit is saying, maybe perhaps take a break, or make sure that you are always coming back to your alignment with things, and not allowing so many other people's perspectives to askew that, right? Come back, trust your channels, trust your talents in changing times, trust what your heart is telling you it really means, trust like kind of step yourself back away from what other people might be telling you it means, and follow your heart, and follow your, and really quiet your mind, and come inside, and really come into the peace and the understanding of how they really want you to mean it, right? Because there was times when I was first going through my very first original awakening that I went through, and I was seeing things and symbols, and it was scary. It scared me at first because I didn't realize what was going on, but then I started being like, oh, when they would become relevant to me, I'm like, oh, well, this wasn't scary at all. But the way they showed it to me, I was like, I would have this talk with my spirit guides, and I'd be like, why did you show that to me in such a scary way? Like, the way you showed it to me was so scary. And they're like, it wasn't scary. It was just your interpretation of what we showed you. And they're just like, we're not trying to scare you. We don't even think about it from a way of, oh, this might be scary, because they're showing it to you only with love and only with understanding. We are the ones that need to raise our elevation and our level to the point of understanding, because they can only lower their vibration to a certain extent, to be able to communicate with us. So after a while, we have to be the ones meditating and cleansing ourselves, and writing our elevation and writing our awakening, so that we can ascend to a level of being beyond our old programming, to actually be able to really understand and communicate with them in the way that makes sense to them, because that's what we need to be doing anyway. We need to be trying to raise up to meet them, right? Not asking them, well, you need to be understanding because I was taught to have all this fear about this, and Spirit is saying, well, the lesson is for you to see outside of your fear, right? It's not for me to be understanding and change how I talk to you. It's for you to change your fear-based understanding of things. That's the lesson. That's the point. I just heard somebody go, shit. Okay. I'm glad that reached you. Okay. So I'm really happy that you were here and you got some of the understanding that you needed. And try to hold on to this, right? I know that sometimes that ego mind and that ego brain can try to suck you back down, right? Because your spirit guides came to me and was like, I can't lower my vibration to a point to reach them, but you can. Why you asked me to do that though? Yeah. Somebody here just really needed to get that message. You're welcome. But damn. Yeah. Oh, see the signs, see the symbols, see how they set up things to orchestrate in the way that they need to. Okay. Yeah, because ascension has got to happen. There's some ascension that's got to happen here, right? See things from a higher perspective. See things from a divine perspective. Step back and look at the bigger picture, right? Let go of your need to be right and take note of intuitive messages. Okay, this is a particular masculine energy here with this high priest, okay? Trust in the unknown. Right, because your spirit guides are telling you to stay grounded in this, right? But there are some things that are unknown to you, and as long as they remain unknown to you and you're not seeing from a divine higher spirit guide perspective, it might come off as like rude, or it might come off as understanding. And then look, didn't I say, right, that there's a person here that connects with the birds, high priest energy. That was a message for a masculine energy here that's observing this energy, okay, that's in this high priest energy. Or they're saying, get in this high priest energy and let go of any kind of ego, or let go of your need to be right, and take note of the intuitive messages that you're doing. And to do that, you really have to tap more in and be understanding of your feminine energy as well, right? Summer, yeah, basking, right? That's that summer energy. You're going to be coming into this. This is going to get easier for you to do. Have that faith and understanding and that peace inside of yourself, and know that it will over time, especially in between now and the summer. Okay. Or if you're in the summer, you'll be going through a lot of these upgrades right now if you're watching this. All right. And I understand that you are divinely protected, right? This connection is divinely protected. Your twin flame connection, okay, is divinely protected. So relax. Okay. So relax. This person is a teacher to you. You have put in their life to teach you about, right? So just relax. It's okay. All right. Thank you so much, spirit guides, for being here with me today. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for your spirit guides for being here today. Oh yeah, look, there's some big, look, fish, a change in direction. It's a big change in direction, and it's going to happen really quickly, right? Lightning strike. Massive energy burst, sudden change. Yeah, that's the tower card in this deck, right? That's that tower energy. It's okay. Stay grounded through this tower energy is what your spirit guides are wanting you to do. Embrace the change. Life is moving forward. Make the changes you need to make in order to have the life you want to manifest. New opportunities are coming. Okay? massive changes are happening in your life, and they're happening for you, not to you. Okay. They're happening for your development, to put you in a much better and a higher elevated place. Okay, so trust and have faith in that. Thank you so much again for being here with me today. I hope this gave you the love, light, and clarity that you've been looking for. All right. Okay, just need to do that again. I was like, oh goodness. Okay. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please think about subscribing to the channel. Okay, if you like the content, give it a like. Say a big thank you to everyone who likes, who subscribe, who comments down below. Okay, who reaches out. If you feel guided to watch any of my other readings, please do so. If you feel guided to donate or tip to the channel, thank you very much in advance. Okay, and the information for that is listed down in the description box down below, as well as my contact information if you feel guided to reach out and get a personal reading from me or a spirit guidance message from me. Okay. My contact information is down in the description box, as well as the links, or not links, well, the information for any of the cards that I use in this reading or any other reading, excuse me. Thank you guys once and final time, and I will see you lovelies in the next one. Okay, bye.